Welcome to the Creative Community Podcast presented by Destination Arate. I'm David.
And I'm Mark. And as brothers, we grew up telling stories together for over 15 years. And as adults, we want to continue telling stories together, and we want to invite you into our Brothers Brain Trust.
And for those of you listening or watching online, we've invited one of our good friends, Patrick, into our Brain Trust today. Patrick has been on the podcast before, way back in the day, back when we were first staring the beginning of our story, of Mark and I's story. And we're still continuing the podcast because we're writing this story together as brothers. And Patrick is here with us. Mark, you having some technical difficulties there?
I'm earbudding galore over here. I don't know what's going on. There it is.
All right, Mark, tell them about our community.
Oh, right. Well, it's full of highly intelligent people that are more have their lives put together than me. So all that to say, what the Brothers Brain Trust means, what it all comes down to is what we like to call our mantra or our motto, which is we're building a community of people who work together to find creative solutions to tell inspirational stories. And today we're going to play a game.
Yep, that's right. That's why we've invited Patrick on. We thought it'd be fun to have a third party. And I wanted to ask you guys before we get into the game, what is the last story that made you stop and kind of reconsider that you consumed, like in the last week or month, or when was the last time you kind of went, and you had to like stop and think about a story? I'm curious to know.
We watched Thumb War the other day.
Oh.
And, it was a glorious piece of art.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was definitely interesting, but it was a spoof of Star Wars, and definitely made you think. Mainly, why did I watch that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the main thought I had. Yeah,
interesting. Okay. While you're thinking, Mark, I've got this little graphic novel called Cowboy, and it's definitely an interesting story. I don't know that I can like go out and buy this, recommend it, but it is really pretty artwork. Like just really fun as far as like comics are concerned. And it's really cool with like the close-ups on the face. People are watching online, but it is an interesting like twist on the Western and who the good guy is, who the bad guy is. Here's a full page spread. That's a pretty good one. But yeah, I was doing some research for a project that I'm working on, and I found Cowboy and I bought it, and I've enjoyed owning it. It's fun to like flip through and just see how they told the story visually and what words they chose to use or didn't choose to use. Sometimes there's not any words being used. Like this page right here, there's maybe like one or two speech bubbles on the whole page, but you kind of see what he's doing. And so Cowboy is one of the stories that I've been drawing inspiration from lately.
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. Well, as you're drawing a blank, why don't you draw a picture for our audience of the game we're playing today, and we'll get into
I was going to say, that might not be the last time, but I steal something from Patrick in this game tonight that we are playing. Okay, so what we are going to be doing tonight is each of us are going to represent a fake new streaming service that is building the animation kids section of their streaming service. So we are going to draft animated movies for each of our streaming services. It's going to be a snake draft. So Patrick has the first pick, David has the second pick, I have the third and fourth pick, then it'll go back to Patrick with 2 picks. So you'll see how it goes as we do it, but we've divided it up into 5 categories, and we each get to pick one thing per category. So we have blockbuster, we have to pick a blockbuster, a 2D/hand-drawn movie, a stop-motion movie, a wild card, and a franchise. So we are going to draft those things. Once it has been taken off the board, another person cannot take it.
So this is, the monopolies have fallen apart, and there's new streaming services cropping up, and they're all bidding on these movies that are out there. So we could have Disney movies, DreamWorks movies, Illumination. We could have just a massive conglomeration of who created them. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah. The world is in streaming chaos. Things are streaming all over the place.
Nice. Streamers everywhere. All right. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll introduce our streaming service right before we make our first pick. So Patrick, as you have the first pick, you've got 5 categories: blockbuster, 2D or hand-drawn, stop motion, wildcard, or franchise. So why don't you introduce the name of your streaming service, and then tell us maybe who you're taking with the first pick of this draft.
Okay, so my streaming service is called Dude, and it's I think a lot of the movies that I picked are like I guess dude movies.
Okay.
Movies I enjoy. But I guess for my blockbuster, my top pick for blockbuster was How to Train Your Dragon.
Patrick takes How to Train Your Dragon, destroying a franchise potential pick and taking one of Mark's favorite movies of all time.
My goodness.
All right. I respect it though. And it definitely has appeal for all audiences, but it is definitely one you can throw on with your bros and just like have on in the background or show to your kids or whatever it is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It deserves to be the first pick in this draft, no matter what category.
Sure. All right. So, man, that leaves a movie I did not think was going to be here, and I might take it away from both of you. I think I may go also into the blockbuster realm, and for my streaming company, the name of it is Bogus, just because that's the name I chose, Bogus. I think it's a word that's going to make a comeback here in the lexicon, and I'm going to choose Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I have to do that because it's sitting there and it's one of the biggest animated blockbusters of all time, and just its impact on animated movies is that's what I've got there. So that's my first pick for the Bogus streaming service, and I can see on the looks on your faces maybe I have ruined some more plans.
Good one.
That was a good one. That was a very good one. All right. Well, my streaming service name is Bubbles Max. And so I feel like I'm just setting myself up for a huge success here.
Because your app, the initials on your app are just a big BM.
Right, just a big one. And so you can have it anytime you want it. Okay, here we go. So for my first pick, I'm going to kind of go off I might surprise some people, but I'm going to pick from the stop motion category first because I think it's really lean. Like, so I need my stop motion early. Okay. So with my number one pick, I'm taking Kubo and the Two Strings because it is the best stop motion animated movie ever made. So
Leica Studios coming in clutch.
Yeah. It's just a piece of art. It's all
a very good movie and a sneaky pick. I was not expecting Mark to go straight to stop motion. But yeah, there's not a lot. Well, I don't know. There's more there than you think there is, but there's definitely once you get through the top three, you're like, oh, got to find a better, good one. Because my problem was I was thinking lots of stop motion shorts or series and things like that, and I wasn't able to find that many movies. But
right, so that's why I needed that pick early. So,
all right, Mark. Well, you get to get the first pick of the second round.
All right. So with the first pick of the second round of the 2020, I'm not David Stern. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go franchise for this one, and I'm going to take the Toy Story franchise. I'm doing it.
You had to do that, didn't you?
I did. I had to.
Which category are we on now?
Well, you can pick from any category you want to. Yeah. So he did stop motion and then he did franchise. So you still have those two categories left, but you'll have to pick something else in them. So Mark has Kubo and the Toy Story franchise. So that means Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4. Means you have all the shorts.
And Lightyear. It's coming. And I have it.
Oh, wow. That was sneaky.
Yes.
Sneaky.
I am thinking about the future. Follow me to infinity and beyond. Bubbles Max.
So do I think I have to go franchise now and take Shrek. So that I can have Shrek. Like the first one. And see, my streaming service will be retweeting and reposting any social media that has a Shrek meme in it, regardless of the content of the meme. So that's how we're going to be trying to pull people in. We've got Spider-Verse and we've got Shrek, and you can be part of it. So that's my strategy here. Yeah, I'll take the Shrek franchise for my second pick in the draft, and then now it falls to Patrick.
You guys
cleaning you out.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I know Shrek is kind of a dude movie. I was a little bit worried about dude when I took it, but
okay. I don't know if this is a stretch, but I'm going to take for franchise. I'm gonna go with the Clone Wars Star Wars franchise. So it's animated. but it's all the like so Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Star Wars Rebels.
Oh my goodness.
All animated Star Wars. You get the C-3PO and R2-D2's thing that's coming out later this year too.
Oh yeah, and all the Lego, like all those Lego Star Wars special stuff.
This is actually a really good pick.
This is a sneaky good pick. Yeah.
So that'll be my franchise.
Nice. Well, you okay, so you got How to Train Your Dragon for Blockbuster and your animated Star Wars plus all the Lego ones. Lego Star Wars for a franchise. So you get to pick again now because you're the first pick of this draft or of this round.
Okay. I am going to do 2D hand-drawn film. This is pretty self-contained, but Prince of Egypt. That's
Ooh.
kind of that's a special movie to me. So I was like, I gotta have this one.
It's a good one.
I really respect that pick because that's a personal like conviction.
Mm-hmm.
I stand on this movie pick where you'll have a lot of people that support you, I think. Man, you got a stacked lineup. All right, so I've got 2D left, I've got stop motion left, I've got wild card left. Man, I'm not going to do this to Mark.
What are you going to do to me? What?
I have two that I could do to you. I think I'm going to take Klaus in hand drawn.
Okay, all right. Well,
just because
we did scout them. We did go to a few of their workouts. We did like what they had going on, but
we didn't make 2 episodes about that show for nothing. So
no, we didn't. So.
I'll take Klaus. That way I've got a little Christmas theme. I've got Shrek, I've got Klaus, I've got Spider-Man, and Mark, I'll give it over to you. And you should be grateful I didn't take the one I wanted to.
Great. Okay. All right. So I've got 2 picks now, right?
Yep.
Okay. For my blockbuster,
look at you with a blockbuster pick left.
Yeah, I am sitting pretty, folks. I am loving what I've got. You guys think you're doing me in? I am right where I literally, all of the ones on my list are still available. Like I am sitting, I'm good. Okay, here we go. Blockbuster pick for Bubbles Max is with this thing grossed $1.084 billion at the box office. Lion King. I'm taking it off the board.
Max is the Max part of your name right here.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go wild card. I'm taking Whisper of the Heart, David. I'm taking it right off your board. I'm taking Studio Ghibli. I'm gonna have so much variety. Look at this.
Sad.
Wait, hold on. Wait, does that mean that Studio Ghibli movies are out?
No.
But
I'm saying,
wait, hold on.
No. But I'm saying, like, I've got Kubo, right?
Yeah.
I've got Whisper of the Heart. I've got Toy Story. I've got Lion King. We're talking Pixar. We're talking Disney, Leica, Ghibli. Like everyone's coming to Bubbles Max.
All right, so that leaves Mark with just a 2D one left, right? A 2D. All right, so I have a pick here before Patrick has 2 picks, and I have stop motion and wild card left. And I am so confident in my stop motion pick that I'm going to go into wild card. And I got a lot of options here. You didn't take what I thought you were going to take, Mark. And so now I'm tempted to take it again. But I think I'm going to also follow this is really tough. I'm going to tell you guys the ones I'm debating between.
Okay.
The Lego Movie or Spirited Away. I can see I'm ruining Patrick's plans either way.
No.
All right, I'm just gonna flip a quarter for it. Here's
no.
Tails. So Tails will be the Lego Movie and heads will be Spirited Away. All right, it is heads. So I will take Spirited Away in my wild card category.
Man, you got me.
Oh my goodness.
Literally the 2 movies I was thinking about.
Oh man. Well, Patrick, you have 2 picks left. You have stop motion and wild card left. So you are welcome to take both of those movies now as we enter the final round.
All right. Well, for my wild card movie, I will take the Lego Movie.
All right.
Nice.
For my stop motion movie, I will take Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Ooh.
By Wes Anderson. So.
All right, so that brings us into the final round. Mark, you only have 2D left, and I only have stop motion left, so we shouldn't be battling too much.
No, yeah, I think we're.
I think I know what you're going to take, but I'm not sure yet. So.
Okay, I'm debating. I have two options as well, but I think I am just because he's my guy. I'm taking Iron Giant.
Yep,
Brad
that's
Bird
what
directed,
I knew
2D
it.
animated. I'm literally taking Iron Giant. I've got. You're coming to me. I got Pixar, Leica, Warner Brothers. I'm sitting pretty, man. I'm happy. All right, that's all for mine, right?
Yeah, I've got stop motion left, and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna take Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh man.
Isle of Dogs, another Wes Anderson, or if I'm going into the future and I'm taking Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro. I think I'm probably going to do that. Guillermo del Toro has been working on this movie for 6 to 8 years, and he's finally releasing it, and it's coming out this summer. And so I think I'm going to take the stop motion Pinocchio movie that's coming out in the future.
That is a gamble.
Del Toro.
That is like taking Dirk Nowitzki. You're just
yeah.
roll the dice on that.
So, all right, Patrick. So for Dude streaming services, tell us again the 5 movies or franchises that you've got streaming on your platform.
So for Blockbuster, we have How to Train Your Dragon, 2D hand-drawn film, Prince of Egypt, stop motion, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Wild Card, we got the Lego Movie, and then for franchise, we got all the Star Wars animated stuff.
That is solid. I don't know how anyone can argue with that one. Mark, what have you got over there at Bubbles Max?
Oh, nothing much. We just happen to have The Lion King, beloved animated
best-selling VHS movie of all time.
Absolutely. Beloved by generations, far and wide. I don't know what that means, but we're going with we got The Lion King, we got The Iron Giant for 2D. So Lion King was my Blockbuster. 2D is Iron Giant. For my stop motion, I have Kubo and the Two Strings. For my wild card, I have Whisper of the Heart. And for my franchise, I got Toy Story. All of them. Plus the shorts. Come to Bubbles Max.
Solid one.
All right. So here are all the movies I stole from Patrick. Over here on the bogus streaming service, I've got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because name a cooler movie. I've got Klaus for your 2D and your Christmas itch. I've got the stop motion Pinocchio from Guillermo del Toro that hasn't come out yet. No one's ever seen. We've only seen a teaser. I've got, for a franchise, I've got all the Shrek movies, every Shrek movie you can think of, plus all the spin-off characters. Somebody once told me. And then for my wild card, I've got your Miyazaki craving satisfied with Spirited Away, one of his most classic 2D animated movies. So that's what we've got over here on the bogus service. So that brings us to the point where we tell our listeners that you, the listener, will be able to go on to social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. You'll be able to see our lineups, Patrick's lineup, Mark's lineup, my lineup, and you will be able to vote and tell us who you think won this movie draft. Guys, this was a lot of fun. Any pleas for people to vote for you? Any reasons people should?
Please vote for me because Dude is great. Dude to the moon, my friend. You will not be disappointed.
Dude to the moon. I love it.
Well, I was just going to ask, does anyone have a movie, like not included, but left on their board that they just really wanted to take but didn't have a spot for? Like any honorable mentions for anybody?
I had SpongeBob.
The movie?
That's SpongeBob.
That's really good.
I
know.
Reserved for movies, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I know I had Treasure Planet. Best soundtrack. I just couldn't fit it in. I needed my others. So, David, did you have any?
I have tons of movies left on my board. I had at least 6 movies in each category. I probably have to give honorable mention to The Incredibles. Just because I probably should have taken it, but I don't know where. I guess I could have taken it in wild card and left Spirited Away for Patrick. I don't know. And then I also really wanted to take Big Hero 6 just because of how cool that movie is. It would have paired nicely, I think, with Spider-Verse. Just like if you're not old enough to watch Spider-Verse, yes, you can watch Big Hero 6. So, although they're both pretty intense in certain parts, so maybe there's not an age range. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, the only other question I have, which we can maybe edit this out, but like, is there a one in each category left on the board that could beat us. Like, because there's
okay.
still some great stuff left on the board. Like, that would be really interesting to have our audience see if they could, with the remaining films, like put together a franchise that could rival. Because we've got like Madagascar is still left on the board for franchise. Frozen is still left on the board for franchise. Like, we've got some great franchises.
Encanto is still left.
Yeah.
The Secret of NIMH is still
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, there's some great.
Zootopia
classics.
is still out there. Finding Nemo is still out there.
The entire basically 2D Disney collection, like Hercules, Mulan,
Cinderella,
Hercules, Mulan,
Snow
100
White.
101 Dalmatians. Yeah. So anyway, what and you could take any one of those for a franchise if you love direct-to-video sequels. Anyway, but that's something that's
the other streaming service. It's just all of the direct to video.
Well, and the Ice Age franchise is still out there.
It's true, the Ice Age franchise,
and the Wallace and Gromit franchise.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that was one of mine. I was gonna add those.
And you could even take the Lego franchise, like you could take the Batman movie and the Lego movie 2 and whatever else they come out with, if you felt like, you'd had a shot there.
I know. I almost picked Encanto for franchise, just betting on the fact that they were going to make 40 of them, because I was like, that thing was too successful for them not to be like, who else can we put in this talking house?
Awesome. All right. Well, that was our animated movie draft. We may do this again sometime, Patrick, and we'll bring you back in and we'll get someone else in here. So it's like 4 of us and really going head to head. But yeah, man, thanks so much for doing that. We really appreciate it. Tell people your Instagram handle before we kick you out.
Oh yeah, it's if I can remember it, it's Patrick Farley _art, like the underscored symbol. But yeah. Patrick does comic art and lots of character designs and things like that. So go check him out for sure. He's worked with us before on launch, and we're looking forward to the day we get to work together again. Yeah.
Once again, thanks so much to Patrick. He's the coolest. And if you're not following him already on Instagram, definitely go do that. Patrick Farley _art is his handle. And you can subscribe to us, the Creative Community Podcast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, on YouTube, for more episodes like this one where we play games, or more episodes where we have an interview with a expert in creativity or storytelling. And then leave us a comment or review with your favorite part of the show. That helps the algorithm know that you enjoyed what we had to say.
Yeah, and feel free to send this episode to a friend who really enjoys animated movies or enjoys drafts, one of the two. Like, I know there are people like David and I those are the same people. But if you know someone maybe that just enjoys one of those things, they might enjoy this episode. So you can connect with us through Facebook and Instagram, Destination Arete, ARETE. And if you do that, you'll get information about future episodes like this one, as well as information about upcoming community activities or Arete projects that may or may not be in the works.
Yeah, 2 quick things on that, Mark. First of all, we had a listener send us a short story that they wrote. Kate was looking at one of our story prompts from one of our earlier episodes this year, and we had just asked for a 1-sentence, what could go wrong? She sent us a story about a little boy and his dog, and the little boy's name was Hayden. The dog's name was Juniper. There was a character named Pa, and then there was also a donkey named Clyde, Mark. And they were trying to get the harvest in before the storm. And so I thought it was a great little story. She said she really enjoyed writing it. She said she's always enjoyed writing. And I was just grateful that something that we made inspired someone else to make something and to tell a story. So if you are like Kate and you want to participate in storytelling with us, Facebook and Instagram is the best way to connect with us on that level. We post opportunities for you to participate in voting on different characters that are in the March Madness bracket. If you saw that happen a couple months ago, all of those things are over on social media, Destination Arete, ARETE. And then the other thing I want to tell you guys about is if you're subscribed to the newsletter, then you were the first person to hear about our live event that happened in April. And we had a bunch of listeners and we had a bunch of podcast guests come together. And I'm speaking this in the past, but also in the future. And so we'll see what the Lord does. But destinationarete@gmail.com is the best way to subscribe to the newsletter. Send us a letter saying, I want to subscribe, or go to our website, destinationarete.com/contact, and let us know you want to subscribe to the newsletter. We had a friend named Adam sign up through that link just a couple days ago as of recording this. So that is all the promotion we needed to do. And if you'll permit us to be back into your eardrums in 2 weeks, we will see you then with another episode or another interview.